I'm Shiva, and this is the Hollywood Dish. Celebrity gossip can be hot, spicy, sweet, and even sour. Tune in each week as I give you the latest celebrity gossip. Get ready to dish. Hey gang, I'm your host Jan Shiva, and you are watching the Hollywood Dish. Things got all too real for celebrity star Kim Kardashian West, who was robbed at gunpoint and left fearing for her life in Paris. I am going to give you all the latest on her unbelievable ordeal. Let's start the show. Kim Kardashian West was left begging for her life as gunmen robbed her of more than $10 million worth of jewelry. She was gagged, bound, and held at gunpoint. Kim feared for her life as things quickly turned dark in the city of light. The reality star was robbed by masked gunmen dressed as police officers inside a Paris apartment owned by her husband, Kanye West. She was not physically harmed, but she was very shaken up over the incident. Her children, North and Saint, were fortunately not with her during the altercation. The robbers took off with over $10 million worth of Kim's jewelry, including a wedding ring. So, how could this have happened? It's been discovered that there was only one overnight concierge on duty at the private Paris residence known as the No Address Hotel. The attendant was overcome by the armed men and was forced to open Kim's room. There has been speculation that it was an inside job because the intruders seemed to know there was light security that night. Kanye was in the middle of performing at his Meadowlands concert when all of a sudden he cut his concert short after learning the news. Kim was terrified and hysterical when she finally spoke to her husband. Kim's mother, Kris, and her sisters, Courtney and Kendall, were all in Paris with Kim attending Fashion Week shows and festivities. During the time of the robbery, the Kardashian security guard was with Kendall and Courtney at a party. After being questioned by Paris police, Kim took a private plane back to the States to reunite with Kanye in New York. The armed robbers, who escaped on bicycles, are still at large. Kim's Paris nightmare took place at a hideaway that is supposed to be top secret, but clearly that wasn't the case. Let's take a look inside the scene of the crime. Paris was once one of Kim and Kanye's favorite escapes. Now it's doubtful that Kim will ever want to return to her hidden getaway. The luxury residence in the heart of the city, Hotel de Portales, is known as a safe haven for the rich and famous. Celebrities like Madonna and Leonardo DiCaprio have been known to visit. Now, the discreet getaway is swarming with police. Nicknamed the No Address Hotel, the residence has secret exits and entrances for stars to avoid paparazzi. The rooftop penthouse that Kim was in cost about $28,000 a week to rent. It also comes with a private garden and a jacuzzi. Kim and Kanye stayed there during the Paris leg of their wedding trip 2 years ago. The luxury property is invisible from the street, and booking information is based solely on word of mouth. We know that over $10 million in jewelry was stolen, but let's take a closer look at exactly what was taken. Kim Kardashian was held at gunpoint inside her Paris hotel room by two armed masked men dressed as police officers. The men left with all of her jewelry. The 35-year-old celebrity star's second engagement ring, a gift that she received from Kanye earlier in the month, was taken during the heist. It alone is estimated at $4.49 million. Her jewelry box and its contents were also taken. The items in the box are estimated at $5.6 million. Kim has been seen all over Paris Fashion Week at multiple events, decked out in expensive jewelry and clothes. The jewelry is what was most likely in the stolen box. The ring that was assumed to be taken was a 20-carat emerald-cut center stone. Kim shared a picture of the ring in a selfie a week before the theft. The jewelry box was in a safe in the room at the time of the robbery, but the ring itself was not. Either way, the robbers took everything. Kim has obviously built a reputation for herself as a social media queen. But did sharing her life with her fans on social media almost cost her her life? Kim marked almost every move from the moment she touched down in Paris on social media, in Snapchats, and on Instagram. She shared her private plane's arrival and flaunted pricey possessions. It allowed anyone and everyone to trace her fashion footsteps. Kim was gagged and bound at gunpoint inside her ultra-luxurious hotel in Paris, and more than $10 million of her jewelry was stolen. A few days before the incident, Kim posted a picture to her more than 85 million followers on Instagram, letting them know that she was headed from New York to Paris for Fashion Week. The investigation is still ongoing, but Kim's highly publicized appearances throughout her stay, along with her highly visible social media presence, may have helped the robbers track her down. The week prior to the robbery, Kim was attacked by notorious celebrity prankster Vitaly Saduk, who tried to sneak up from behind and kiss her on the behind. Her security guard was on hand at that time to stop the prankster and wrestle him to the ground. It was also revealed that Kim was not alone during the robbery. Her longtime stylist, Simone Harouche, was in the apartment at the time the theft took place. She heard the commotion and she locked herself in a downstairs bathroom and tried to call the police, but could not figure out the Paris phone system. Instead, she contacted Kourtney Kardashian, who happened to be out, accompanied by Kim's security guard, who was made aware of the crisis and immediately returned to the hotel. By that time, however, the robbers had already fled the scene. Leading up to the attack, it is speculated that the mother of two was being followed by a man pretending to be a photographer. Since there are no cameras inside or outside the luxury residence with only one unarmed night attendant, police are still exploring all leads, including questioning the entire hotel staff. Authorities believe that the robbery may have been an inside job, meaning that anyone who may have had information on Kim's movements that weren't apparent to the public is considered a person of interest. That would include people inside the hotel residence who had information and knowledge. It also includes security staff who had been working to protect Kim throughout her stay in Paris during Fashion Week. As for how the armed men got through Kim's armored front door, that still remains a mystery. A new clue could blow Kim K. West's robbery case wide open. Multiple sources are claiming that French authorities have one of the pieces of stolen jewelry taken from Kim. A cross necklace was discovered by a passerby on a Paris sidewalk. There is speculation that it could have been a necklace that Kim was photographed wearing a week before the robbery. But it should be noticed that Kim has more than one diamond-encrusted cross. The whereabouts of the thieves and the other stolen item still remains a mystery. In the meantime, security around Kim and her famous sisters continues to be beefed up around their homes. Kim has been maintaining a very low social media profile, and it could be costing her millions of dollars. She has still not returned to posting on either her Snapchat or Instagram. One financial expert says, quote, Kim should post as soon as possible if she wants to continue making her estimated $1 million a month in social media. $1 million a month is possible when you have almost 85 million followers on Instagram, as Kim does. Something tells me, though, that she won't be going bankrupt if she doesn't post for a few more days. For the first time since Kim's nightmare in Paris, her sister Khloe went on camera to share how Kim and the rest of the Kardashians are really feeling. Khloe made an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and her mood appeared to be light as she went on stage. However, there was no joking around when Ellen and her co-host for the day, Kevin Hart, asked the question on everyone's mind. When asked how Kim was doing, Khloe admitted that her sister was not coping well with the traumatic situation. Sources say that Kim does not plan on returning to social media or resuming her public appearances schedule until after November 1st. The Kardashians do admit that the incident has been a wake-up call for them to make some serious life adjustments. Meanwhile, in Paris, there has been a DNA twist regarding Kim's stolen jewelry. While she lies low in LA, Kim is also fighting back. She is still reeling from her ordeal and is still feeling paranoid. Kim has been having flashbacks of the robbery and hasn't been sleeping well, sources say. Her sisters and mom, Kris, have been checking on her every day. However, not everyone has been sympathetic to Kim's plight, and she is fighting back against her haters. Traumatic is the word that Kim used in a recent lawsuit she filed. The court documents show that she is suing an online gossip tabloid and its owner. The court papers state, quote, MediaTakeout.com claimed without any factual support whatsoever that Kardashian faked the robbery, lied about the violent assault, and then filed a fraudulent claim with her insurance company to bilk her carrier out of millions of dollars. Kim will have to prove what damage these allegations had on her business and her reputation, but the damages to be paid off in this suit could very well cost hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, because her brand is so big. This is not the first time that the online gossip site has made such wild speculations. Last year, when Kim was pregnant with Saint, the site claimed Kim was wearing a prosthetic belly and was not really pregnant. Getting back to the ongoing search in Paris for the thieves who ran off with $10 million in jewelry, traces of DNA were found at the robbery scene, but there is still no definitive word if DNA was found on the necklace that the robbers reportedly dropped on the street. Robbed at gunpoint, stalkers, burglaries, ambushes, and kidnapping targets. Kim Kardashian West's confrontation with masked gunmen in Paris is just the most recent incident in a long list of altercations the Kardashian family has faced over the years. I guess it's true what they say, with more money and fame come more problems. there have been a shocking number of sick and twisted Kardashian brushes with danger. It all started with their father's involvement with the O.J. Simpson case. The family was besieged with kidnapping and death threats. The craziest encounters have involved Kim. In 2012, there was the infamous flower bombing in West Hollywood. From there, it just gets more frightening. Vitaly Saduk, Hollywood's most notorious prankster, ambushed Kim twice. First in 2014, and he struck again last month. But security nailed him both times. A fur protester got dangerously close in 2015, but was whisked away by security before Kim was harmed. The rest of the family has also had their share of drama. In 2009, Rob Kardashian made the shocking disclosure that he was held at gunpoint twice during verbal altercations that got dangerously out of hand. Sister Kourtney was burglarized twice, once in 2009 when more than $100,000 in jewelry was stolen. Her place was hit again in 2014. In 2015, Kris Jenner fired her entire security team after a man broke into her home. Last summer, an alleged stalker was arrested at Kendall Jenner's house. But the latest incident in Paris may be the most terrifying one yet. Unfortunately, Kim Kardashian West is just one of a long list of celebrities who have been targeted by robbers, stalkers, and just crazy people in general. Details of Kim's harrowing robbery at gunpoint made the incident even more terrifying, but sadly, it is not the only scary encounter Kim has had to deal with. Kim was also attacked by attention-seeking prankster Vitaly Saduk. He tried to kiss Kim from behind before being thrown to the ground by security. He also attacked Kim back in 2014, and Kim is not the only star involved in some intensely scary encounters. In a chilling turn of events back in 2014, Sandra Bullock was forced to hide in her cupboard while a stalker broke inside her Los Angeles home. She called 911. The police arrived and arrested the trespasser, who was clutching a 2-page love letter and magazine clippings of the actress. Alec Baldwin's stalker, Genevieve Sabarand, reportedly has harassed the actor since 2010. Things escalated to a critical point in April of 2012 when she showed up at his home in New York City. Alec's wife, Ilaria, had to call the police. Last July, a judge granted George Clooney a 5-year restraining order against a man who was said to have sent George and his wife, Amal, 189 disturbing documents containing threats against them both. And some encounters are just strange. In 2014, Keanu Reeves woke up at 4 a.m. to find a woman sitting quietly in a chair in his home. The actor calmly talked to the intruder and then dialed 911. Where does the time go? Can you believe it was 9 years ago that Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered on the E! Channel? It's so hard to believe. There have been weddings, babies, and plenty of drama. The world has been entertained by the close-knit and candid clan for almost a decade. The show has always centered around the beautiful, busty, and oh-so-bootylicious Kim Kardashian. Kim and her awesome assets hit the scene, and reality TV was never the same. The show was described as, quote, the Brady Bunch with a kick. There were 6 kids and 2 crazy parents. Season 1, Episode 1, which aired in 2007, set the stage for episodes to come. 9 years ago, American Idol was the #1 show on TV. Facebook had just claimed its 1 millionth user. The Boston Red Sox won the World Series. And the Jonas Brothers had just released their first album. A lot has changed for the Kardashians since the reality show launched 9 years ago. Back then, people thought that Kim was simply a stylist. She was 26 when Keeping Up with the Kardashians first aired on ETV. Up until that point, Kim was known mainly as Paris Hilton's stylist and, of course, party pal. But she was ready to show the world that she was a star too. Older sister Kourtney was 28 and younger sister Khloe was 23. Kendall was only 11 and Kylie was just 10 years old. Mama Kris was married to Bruce Jenner, who would later become Caitlyn. There was even a baby-faced 20-year-old brother, Rob. But who knew then that the Kardashian Jenners and their unique brand of reality TV would become an international phenomenon? In the course of 12 seasons, Kim's style has certainly evolved. There have been multiple Keeping Up spin-off shows. Each family member has also experienced extraordinary milestones. Kourtney and Scott Disick's tumultuous on-again, off-again relationship has played out repeatedly on camera. Then there was Khloe's whirlwind courtship and subsequent marriage to Lamar Odom. It also captured their heartbreaking split. Kris Jenner's new reality was revealed on the show when her husband Bruce transitioned into who we all now know as Caitlyn Jenner. Kendall and Kylie also grew up before our very eyes. Now, with the addition of 5 adorable children, the world can only imagine what the future with the Kardashians will bring. And that is a wrap on our show for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Tell me what you think about your favorite celebrities. I hope you have an entertaining and newsworthy week. Good night, and I'll see you next time. I'm Shiva, and this is the Hollywood Dish. Celebrity gossip can be hot, spicy, sweet, and even sour. Tune in each week as I give you the latest celebrity gossip. Get ready to dish.